Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Sunday to you. Thank you for joining me once again for this Sunday's First Baptist Church Kids online service. And thank you for tuning in for another Sunday here. And I'm excited about our special guest speaker today who's going to be giving the lesson. And I think you're going to enjoy the lesson that he's prepared. I'll let him introduce himself in just a few minutes, all right? But let's go ahead and stand together. Stand up, please. Yes, I'm talking to you. And you. I'm talking to both of y'all. I'm talking to both of y'all, all right? Everybody in the room. Everybody in the room. Go ahead and stand, all right? Go ahead and stand, all right? Nobody's too cool, all right? Nobody's too cool to sing this song, all right? So here we go. We're going to do an awesome song, all right? We're going to start off, get our blood flowing a little bit, okay? Let's get the arms worked out a little bit. Here we go. This is called I Sing a New Song. You ready to sing it with me? Here we go. I sing a new song since Jesus came. Serve a new master, wear a new name, walk a new road, have a new goal, know a new peace. Down deep in my soul. Wow, almost fell over. Okay, let's try it again. Let's do it. Let's do this one. Let's do it Munchkin style. Okay, here we go. It goes like this. Here we go. I sing a new song since Jesus came. Serve a new master, wear a new name, walk a new road, have a new goal, know a new peace down deep in my soul. Okay, all right, enough of that Munchkin style. All right, now let's do giant style. Giant style, everything's bigger. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. I sing a new song since Jesus came. Serve a new master, wear a new name, walk a new road, have a new goal, know a new peace down deep in my soul. All right, boys and girls. Were you singing with me? Were you singing with me? I hope you were, all right? That's a fun one to sing. Even at the age of 37, I still enjoy singing that song, all right? Well, we're going to continue singing. I want you to join me in singing once again as we sing a song we learned a few weeks ago, When I Am Afraid, I Will Trust in You. Sing it with me. When I am afraid, I will trust in you. I will trust in you. I will trust in you. When I am afraid, I will trust in you. In God whose word I praise. When I am afraid, I will trust in you. I will trust in you. I will trust in you. When I am afraid, I will trust in you. In God whose word I praise. In God I trust. When I am afraid, in God I trust, in God whose word I praise. When I am afraid, I will trust in you. I will trust in you. I will trust in you. When I am afraid, I will trust in you. In God whose word I praise. Psalm 56:3. What time I am afraid, I will put my trust in thee. Hello, hello, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3. Derek, can you hear me?
You're good, Bob.
Oh, thanks, Derek. Well, hello, boys and girls. It's me, Bob Kipper. I'm so excited to see each and every one of you today, and I'm excited to bring the lesson for the First Baptist Church online service for the kids ministry. Well, boys and girls, what did you think about Vince the Bullet Whaley? Wow, I was expecting someone much bigger, much stronger. But, boys and girls, sometimes things aren't what they seem. It reminds me of the story in the Old Testament, back in the book of 1 Samuel, when a little boy named David, a young man, who was the youngest of his siblings, and how the prophet came to his city, Samuel, came to the city of Bethlehem to anoint the new king. Do you remember who the current king was, boys and girls? That's right. King Saul was the king. But King Saul, who was big, strong, he looked like the ultimate leader. But boys and girls, King Saul had lost his heart for God. He had forgotten what was important. And God said to King Saul that he would not be able to continue being the king, that his kingship would be taken away from him. All because King Saul stopped having a heart for God. Well, God told Samuel the prophet to go to Bethlehem, and that he would show Samuel who the next king would be. Do you remember what happened, boys and girls? That's right. Samuel went to the house of a man named Jesse, and he asked to see all of Jesse's sons. And Jesse brought out many of his sons, the first of whom was very tall, very strong. And Samuel thought, wow, this must be the guy. But alas, he wasn't. God said, he's not the one. Nor was the next brother, nor the next brother, nor the brother after that. And after Samuel had seen all the brothers, at least he thought, God had said each and every time, nope, that's not the one. Because I'm not just looking for someone who's strong on the outside, or handsome on the outside, or someone who's talented. None of those things are the most important to me. Well, do you remember what happened after that, boys and girls? That's right. Jesse, the dad, he said, well, I do have one more boy, but he's just the little one. He's just the runt of the family, and I've got him out in the fields watching sheep. And Samuel said, well, Jesse, go bring that young man to me. And Jesse went and brought David. David, the youngest, the one that nobody in the family would ever think would be the king. And Samuel looked at David, and God said to Samuel, that is the one. That young man David is the next king of Israel. And boys and girls, do you know why God chose David? It's because David had a heart for God. David loved God with all of his heart. And God said, I can use that young man. Boys and girls, in your life and in my life, God is not looking just for talent, although He does give us talents. God is not looking He's not looking for someone who looks good on the outside only. He's looking for someone who loves God with all their heart on the inside. And boys and girls, if you will learn to love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, and all your strength, boys and girls, God will take your life and use it for something very special. So boys and girls, don't let your focus be on how pretty you are if you're a girl, or on how strong you are if you're a boy. Let your first focus be this, that you in your heart
love, honor, and obey the Lord your God. Thank you, boys and girls, for listening. This is me signing off, Bob Kipper.
All right, boys and girls, did you enjoy finally hearing Bob Kipper teach? I know a few weeks ago he was on with Pastor. I don't know if you were tuning in with us on that particular night, but Bob Kipper, he really wanted to teach just a few weeks ago, but he didn't get the opportunity then. So I gave him the opportunity today to go ahead and teach the Bible lesson, and I hope it was a blessing to you. And Bob was talking about, you know, how David was anointed to be the future king of Israel, and how that David, he was the least of his brothers. You know, he was the youngest, he was the smallest, and they really looked down on him. They really looked down on him. But you know, boys and girls, God saw something in David what nobody else saw. Listen to me. Listen to that statement again. God saw something in David's heart that nobody else in David's life, not his parents, not his brothers, nobody, not even Samuel, the prophet, even saw it at first. But God saw something in David that nobody else saw. And what was that? God saw in David's heart that David had a tender, humble heart before God. Boys and girls, that's what God is looking for. That's what God is looking for. I can go through verse after verse in the Bible that talks about how God is not looking for the strong or the handsome. And I'm glad that those things are not requirements for God, because I would fail at both of those. I'm not very strong, and I'm definitely not very handsome. But what God is looking for is someone. He's looking for people who deep inside their heart, they have a desire to love God, to please God, and to walk with God. And boys and girls, no matter what is happening in your life right now, no matter what experiences are happening in your life right now, nothing can stop you. Nobody can stop you from having a tender heart filled with love for God. Nobody can keep you from having that, okay? And I want to encourage you with that, because you know what, boys and girls? If you have that kind of a heart, oh, boys and girls, God is going to use your life for something very, very, very special, okay? And I want that for your life, but more importantly than that, God wants that for your life too, okay? And I'll leave you with this verse, Proverbs 4:23. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Now, what does that verse mean? That word keep, when it says keep your heart with all diligence, it means guard your heart, protect your heart. Because boys and girls, this world that we live in, this ungodly, sinful world that we live in, is going to do everything that it can to take away your heart for God. It's going to introduce different temptations to you, and every time we give into sin, every time we give into temptation, what that does to our hearts is it hardens our hearts a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. And sadly, there's people who are alive right now on this earth, who are now older. They're grown-ups now, and they have no joy, and they have no purpose, they have no direction. They're not happy. They're very grumpy. They're grouchy. They're mean. And what's happened is, over time, they've allowed sin to creep into their heart a little bit at a time. And a little bit at a time, their heart has just become harder and harder and harder and harder. Boys and girls, that doesn't have to happen to you. Protect your heart. Guard your heart. Guard it. Protect it. The thoughts you think about, let them be good and godly thoughts. The things that you allow to come in through your eyes and through your ears, make sure that those are things that are not damaging to your heart, to your spirit. Okay? Keep a tender, humble heart before God. Love Him with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. Love your neighbor as yourself. And I'm telling you, God will use your life for something very, very special. Boys and girls, thank you again for joining me once again on this Sunday morning. And I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. God bless you.